Hey everybody, welcome back to some more IL-2 1946. You join me here tonight in the BF-109 F-2 variant, taking off here from our airfield just shy of Stalingrad. So we must defend our airfield from the incoming 153s. These nimble little biplanes were predominantly used in the Pacific campaign in the likes of Burma up against the Japanese. They were lent to the Chinese Air Force, but it is the Soviets flying them today. But the 109 will be able to keep up, as these guys, like I say, are going to be targeting the airfield predominantly. So all I need to do is get on their 6 and follow them where necessary. We are coming out with two 7.92mm machine guns, and I believe the F-2 also had one 15mm cannon, which we will hopefully be using later, but getting some good hits on that 153 and then just hanging in the air as we watch him come down, where he will eventually hit the ground in many pieces. It's always quite the contrast. I mean, you guys know that I predominantly enjoy flying in Japanese aircraft, so switching from that to German, the turn radius of the 109 is obviously not as nimble as the 153s. They are, of course, more up there with the likes of the Zero. So if I'm looking to turn with them, I've got to be really careful because it's quite easy for them to get on my 6. Their armament isn't as strong, but again, in numbers, they are going to be incredibly deadly. So just watching myself as I come down here. So coming right down to the deck here, right down to the tree line, but managing to get on the tail of this 153. And I'm going to be peppering him with those 7.92mm. Not before, of course, as I'm just trying to get my shots on target, my wingman then comes just steaming in, almost directly into the line of fire. Not entirely sure what he's thinking, but it's going to get even more dumb from here, I can assure you. So with my second kill on the board, we get the mission complete message, which is wonderful, but I'm not quite done yet internally. I still want one final kill, and I am aware that there is still a 153 dead ahead, so I swing myself around once more and look to approach him. Now I should mention that this camera movement and such is done within the replays. I think I did notice briefly my wingman coming in, but he steams in down and just... What? Hello? It still annoys me right now. Yeah, so despite what the replay shows, I couldn't actually see that guy coming in until the last second because my view, as you'll see right here, is dead ahead. So if he's coming from directly above, then he just plummets straight into me. And that's purely down to the fact that I don't have track IR. Hopefully I can get that in future because I do just rely on the really clunky method of my joystick camera. But even so, we're going to come out here again because seeing as I was destroyed by my wingman, I wanted to redo the mission, and their lead immediately zooms away and gets picked up by the rest of my squadron, so we can basically kiss him goodbye because he is not going to be in a healthy state anytime soon. So with their squadron lead decimated, the enemy planes here are going to be in complete disarray. They are still going for the airfield itself, but we have both friendly flak and friendly fighters on them. And once again, I find myself on the 6 of a 153. So we're going to put those machine guns to the test again. And even though from this distance it may not look like I'm doing much, we are getting some much needed hits. But keep an eye on the pilot here because he's going to be just gently jilting his plane left and right, trying to get me off his tail, but you'll notice as I get closer it's really not doing anything. I'm just keeping my aim central, and we end up getting some good hits, enough eventually to bring him down, as you will kindly see through the replay. Now once more the mission complete message is provided, but no crazy wingman this time, minus the guy to my right. But we have one final plane down low. I'm going to be spooking him enough that it ends up making him just hit the deck pretty dang hard. So knowing that he had hit the deck, of course I'm going to make it my mission to then strafe him before we look to eventually land. So just getting my nose on target here. This is always risky because you risk obviously plummeting straight into the ground. You can get some intense tunnel vision, but I just want to destroy this fuselage and take this final victory for the win. And I think that's pretty much going to do it with those beautiful machine guns. Now, with all enemies destroyed, it is now time to come in for what will hopefully be a safe landing, but as is my history in the 109, not always the most accurate, and in the snow it adds just that extra condition that you have to be really careful of in ensuring that you are lined up, ensuring that you are landing in the right place. Thankfully it is quite obvious on this occasion, but I do end up coming in maybe a tad bit short. Just a little. I mean, speed management and everything, the mechanics of it are always handled by the onboard mechanisms, I guess, within the cockpit. Like, there's so much that the pilot doesn't have to think about, but on this occasion, just way too short. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed. Plenty more IL-2 to come in future, and I will catch you guys later for the next one. Hopefully with a better landing too.